as it's time to get things started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Oregon Ducks offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run them.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Now the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. He'll pull it down. At midfield, he's got room. And they're able to get him on the ground. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. The Cougars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. On second down, he'll fire. Got it in the middle, it's Rush. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Washington State ready to go with another first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Washington State lines up quickly. They're going to ride this running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to scramble. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougars! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Washington State, 7, Oregon, 0.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He lobs one high down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Golden. This time he's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Ducks racing to the line in a hurry up. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Turns it loose. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Extra point.
And it's up and good.
The kick is
And for a
good.
quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, September 28th, 1929, the first time USC and UCLA squared off on the gridiron. Here's how this year's edition finished up. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. A top-5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the running back. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Washington State. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Got his man on the right. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. On the run, it's Cuevas. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
second down coming up.
Looking for a man. It's Golden. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
To the ground with the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were...
The freshman able to get home with the sack. On that play-action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
Yeah, it definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to suck up just for a second. But you could tell the offensive line, they weren't able to hold their blocks. Defense got to them and got the sack.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Trying to get to him. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you needed some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Turns it on in midfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking to pass on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Rush. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Washington State going quickly.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that.
And that pass intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. And I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Handoff from the gun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Working the middle, it's complete.
The first down.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
First and goal. Oregon.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Oregon.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
Splits the uprights.
Kick is good.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
To kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Peters. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Buys a little time with his feet. Gonna try to get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. All kinds of running room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it first and 10 in the red zone. Extending the play. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. From the gun. Buys a little time. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Quarterback extends the play. Open space at the 25. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. At the 35, he's open.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they go back on top. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding. Receive the team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To throw, it's Golden. Floating away. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
On the play.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Washington State, 17.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Morton Stadium.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Washington State lines up quickly.
It's just so frustrating on a defense. I mean, you got great initial coverage. You understand third and short, the ball might come out fast, and then what does the quarterback do? Scrambles around, buys time, gets the first down pretty easily. Now you got a new fresh set of downs and a new fresh set of problems.
Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Washington State will have to boot it away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On the option. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking to pass. It's Golden. It's complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. They get to the line quickly.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
First down here for the offense. He's looking to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll try to do it himself. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. He's got it, and he's knocked down. Line getting set on second down.
He's brought down at the 28. Second down coming up.
He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. He'll bring it back. It's Peters. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
On first down, here comes this offense. Snap in the shotgun. Now improvising. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now to try to put things in motion on second and long from the 15. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. The Cougars want to crank the tempo. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Now adjusting. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 45 on his way. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. He's going to run it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A first down for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the right. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble?
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six.
Oregon with 14. Return goes out of bounds.
Line gets set, first down. Snags a quick pass on the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
Second down.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Inside a minute to go here in the third. Back to throw, it's Golden. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. The Ducks get enough to move the chains. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide out in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. He'll pull it down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Oh, it's a backbreaker for this defense. QB scrambling and picking up the first down with the lead here in the fourth quarter. It's going to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more seconds off the clock.
Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and then next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can...
Touchdown, Washington State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack on a little extra here in the fourth and just about set to break this long losing streak.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
31, Oregon, 14.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Finds a man by himself. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Ducks!
Number 10.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Washington State, 31. Oregon, 21.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The give to the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Wants to throw on 2nd down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for a block. It's Massey. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. That's caught. It's Cuevas. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, they've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Golden. Sends it downfield. Got it inside the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Movement here from the tight end. With the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Ducks want to move quickly. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Washington State, 31. Oregon, 28.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Washington State will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Golden. Got the quick pass. That's weird. They'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down.
Beautiful job by the wide receiver because he knew where the 1st down sticks were, and he adjusted his route accordingly.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Washington State, 31.
He'll bring it out. It's Woods. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Trying the left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A solid pickup on the scramble and slide, but there's a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. It's on target and complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Forced out of the pocket. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away to find some room. He's going to take off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Offense facing 4th down.
4th down, gotta have it here. Still looking, on the move. On the move at the 30. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. Jukes his way for more. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Quarterback adapting. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. It's a draw. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. At the 20. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. They're going to get another chance after throwing the ball away. That roughing the passer call quite fortuitous for this offense. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
Brings up fourth and goal.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.